5-12 last year. Who did they bring in? As you see, nothing that impressive. What did they lose? A whole bunch. A lot of names here. Baker Mayfield, Allen Robinson, Leonard Floyd, Bobby Wagner, Jalen Ramsey. It's a lot of names that they lost because they went all in. So the cupboard is bare, but you're assuming health for Matt Stafford. Problem is, Kupp's hurt. We still really don't know the severity of the injury. There's been a lot of speculation, a lot of conflicting reports, so I'm not going to sit here and assume we've been told the truth yet. But if Kupp is Kupp and you still have Matthew Stafford, I think that's serviceable. The problem is there's not much else to talk about from a positive perspective on this roster. If we go down to the depth chart here, Cam Akers finally got a chance to run the rock and actually was okay the last few games of the season when he finally showed up. After he was hoping to get traded, which just seemed like it was going to be a foregone conclusion. But now you have Cam Akers again. Now he's expected to be the guy. What does that look like? After Kupp, as you see, Van Jefferson, they've been waiting for him. He's another guy that's a coulda, shoulda, woulda. Tutu Atwell, I mean, he flashed a little bit towards the end there in spots, but again, there's just not much here. If this team does anything significant, McVay will regain the genius label. He does anything significant with this roster, with this offense, to me, that regains the genius label. Defensively, it's Aaron Donald and Ernest Jones are the bunch of dudes. I like Ernest Jones. I think he can give you something dynamic at that position. He's the guy in the middle. But in regards to Aaron Donald, not a lot of help here on the line or on the edge. This is just a real rough roster to try to imagine doing anything more than a game or two under 500. It's just hard for me to imagine what this squad can be. And let's go ahead and look that up. What is the Rams? Keep going to that. Let me close that window. All right, let's go to the Rams. What is their strength? 7.5? Oof. What's their strength of schedule? Wow, they're right in the middle. The strength of schedule is right in the middle. They have literally an average schedule. 7.5 wins. If Kupp is healthy, I don't think that over. I don't see it. 8. That's 8 and 9. A game under 500. That is a hard one for me to co-sign. I don't know. I think I'm taking the under there. 6 and 11 makes more sense to me. 7 and 10 makes more sense to me than an 8 and 9. Schedule's not easy. You're gonna force Van Jefferson to be something. You can't let Kupp destroy you, right? He's literally the only weapon that they have. Cam Akers is okay. Van Jefferson is more or less unproven. He's had a lot of chances to prove it with all the injuries that the Rams have had at receiver the last couple of years, and he hasn't really stepped up to take that next step. So if he's the number 2 receiver, bracket coverage on Kupp, I'm sure McVay will move him around to try to make sure he gets his touches still, his targets still, but essentially 2 dudes no matter where he goes. And I dare you, Matthew Stafford, to beat me with Van Jefferson. I just don't see it. I don't see how you get 8 wins out of that. I don't see it. So I'm taking the under on the Los Angeles Rams.